Guys, welcome back to another video. It is me, Mysterious Cameraman, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Flash Season 9, Episode 1. Before we get into it, if you haven't already seen my teaser trailer for my fan film, Spider-Man and Kingpin of Time, that is on my channel now and at the end of this video. Now getting into The Flash. So, if you don't know, The Flash is in its 9th season, its final season with 13 episodes, and what I'm going to be doing is, after I watch each one, I'm going to do a quick review on it. So tonight, the first episode just dropped. It just finished premiering, I think, 5 minutes ago. So, it's very recent. I just finished it. So, I'm now going to talk about it. So, I'm going to be talking about this episode the same way I talk about a fan film. Directing, editing, cinematography, editing, acting, story, choreography, and music. So, let's get into cinematography and directing. It was okay. Again, there were no shots that stood out to me, and that's how I decide if it's good or not. There was only one shot that stood out, and that's the boomerang shot when he looks through the little hole. I like that shot. But yeah, moving on to editing. I really like the editing in this. In my opinion, it's not as good as the first season. I don't like when Barry runs and it looks like he's just normally running with the lightning. I way prefer when it looks like everything's zooming past him, and that's the way I preferred it. And I know that editing isn't great in these later seasons, but I still like it. Like, it's not horrendous like it was season 7. Moving on to acting, I really like Grant Gustin in the show. I think he did better than normal in this episode, same with all the other characters. I feel like normally, Candace Patton is, not the best character, but I feel like she was actually enjoyable to watch in this one. Moving on to story, I think the story of this episode is pretty good. I think instead of having a big season opener, it's a really small-scaled one. It was a very short season, and it's the final season, so it needs to do all that, final wrapping up, paying its tribute to the past. This is a good last episode. They're having a few time loop episodes. Those episodes are always fan favorites. So I feel like it was a very good move doing that. I really like the relationship between Barry and Iris. And I also really like Captain Boomerang in this. And the whole plot, it is stupid, the entire plot of this. But I do like that it does have that, it does feel like a comic book. And it does set the tone. Is it going to be the best episode in this season? Of course not. It's probably going to be one of the worst. But it is good enough to hold it. It's still better than anything in season 7. I think that, not anything, but better than most. Moving on to choreography. There wasn't too much fighting in this. And that kind of, annoys me, but it's okay because I feel like this show doesn't really have too much fighting. But I do like the choreography that is shown. And music, of course, is always good in this show. Again, I feel like most people say, everything has devolved with the seasons. I feel like this is the same. I think they've reused a lot of the old tracks, which is good, but they've also tried to make them worse. I think that's fair to say. So, I'm not a huge fan of the music, but it's still good. So what would I say, just to wrap up this 9x1 episode review, because, again, these aren't going to be huge reviews, these are kind of quick first thoughts. I enjoyed it. Watching Season 8, that's the best I can really compare it to. I really liked a lot of Season 8, but this is probably the same amount of enjoyment I've had at some of those episodes. I think it's on that level, and I liked Season 8 a lot more than the second half of 6 and all of 7. So, I feel like if it was put in Season 8, it would feel like Season 8. It wouldn't be as good as Armageddon, but it wouldn't be as bad as the arc the weird god whatever arc that I don't even remember. So it was a solid episode. It works as a season opener. It's not huge. It doesn't actually do really much to tie up loose ends from season 8. Kind of just a fun opening episode to a final season. So I'm gonna give this episode probably a 7. I feel like a 7's there. So besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already seen the teaser trailer for Spider-Man and Kingpin of Time, my own fan film, that is at the end of this video. Besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys next week or next time. Bye, guys.